Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. You may notice I sound a little bit different. Again, my microphone has been having some electrical noise problems. What do we do? I think we just did an Eden run, so we're probably due for an Isaac one. My microphone has been having some electrical noise problems, which is like the confirmation fully. Oh lordy lordy, what's going on here? Why are you so slow? It is the confirmation for sure that I need to get a new microphone. But for right now, I'm borrowing Kate's old one, which actually, in my opinion, sounds really, really good. There is our seed, by the way, 4JCD KM2E. It's not a long-term replacement, but it sounds good enough, man. The only thing is, it's a really awkward setup for my desk in particular. And you know, I've been doing this stuff for a long time. I can no longer really justify being the dude who has, like, this microphone propped up on a box of Kleenex. It's just a little bit unprofessional. But anyway, for now, it's going to get the job done and allow me to actually get some work done today, which I'm excited about. That was a really inopportune bad trip. And, did I random Isaac? Or did I just chose Isaac because I did an Eden run last time, or at least I think I did an Eden run last time. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll random next and we'll catch up with the cycle in case we're off. But, for the first time in a while, or for something that's rare, I am, a little concerned about dying early on an Isaac run. Not a Rebirth run. That implies the whole game, but specifically as the character, Isaac. And now we are actually one hit away from death, which is where, if it wasn't serious before, it's definitely serious now. So that's a good item. Thinking we're going to try to open this golden chest and see if it's worthwhile. I don't know. But, oh, geez, be careful here. Thank you for exploding. My favorite Aaron Eckhart movie. I'm thinking we pick up BBF at the end of this whole extravaganza, because for right now, it's just a little... Oh, no, okay, we got very close to death there. It's very dangerous to pick up BFF, because it could quite easily lead to us hurting ourselves with it and taking some damage, so I'm a little scared about that. I am going to take the Spirit Heart. I'm going to take it early, almost exclusively so I can pick this up, but also, you know, in case we end up fighting the Haunt or something like that, we're going to want to be extremely careful about our HP, basically, so I think this is not the worst idea. And if we end up not taking damage, well then, even better. We'll be able to use that Spirit Heart as leverage for a deal with the devil on the next floor. And of course, immediately we pick up a Red Heart that would have allowed me to wait longer, but so be it. How? Like, the ultimate needle threading bullshit just happened right there. This is fine, this is fine. Stay tight to the wall for now. Make a break for it when you get the opportunity to do so. You know the shots are coming in sooner rather than later. There you go. Okay, now, this is the perfect opportunity to fight this guy. We just gotta stay low here, wait for something like that to happen. Would we rather have Swallowed Penny? I don't think I'd rather have Swallowed Penny, to be honest with you. Alright, we got a safe zone on the right side to some extent, but mostly we're going to want to hang out in the center here. Oh, this is majestic. Thank you, BBF. Really helped me out there. Coat hanger is solid, and you know what? I'll take Swallowed Penny for now. Let's head down to the next floor. No arcade coming our way, but still, I'm pleased with the turnaround we've had here, and to be on the basement now is very exciting. Okay. Great stuff. Would like for you to free that key for me, but if that's not possible, then that's okay as well. We'll just take the one that we randomly get on the floor. I can't stress enough how awesome that early coat hanger is. You know, a lot of people look at the coat hanger and they say, oh, it tears up great, it's okay. But I look at the coat hanger and I see potential, man. Did you also see that BBF just hit that fly but did not explode? It just wiped it out? That was very strange. Alright, starting to get to the point where maybe we have enough money to get something from the shop. I am, you know, loath to not buy a Steam sale on the first shop, because that would have given us an awesome opportunity to buy a lot more items over the course of the game, but hey man, it's gonna happen from time to time. Can't always get what you want, or so I hear anyway. Come on, good shop. We haven't had to use a reroll yet. In a way, that's a great thing. Kind of feels like some wasted potential. There's our reroll, and you know what? Gimpy's fine. It means we won't have to, worry about getting gimpy from a deal with the devil. Not that that's the worst thing in the world. And it means when we get hit, we'll have a good chance to spawn money from Swallowed Penny. Maybe a 100% chance to spawn money from Swallowed Penny. And we'll have a decent chance to spawn a Spirit Heart as well, depending on our luck stat. I think that's what that's going to depend on anyway. Alright. The real problem here is that we may or may not get a full-fledged reroll prior to the boss fight. I certainly hope that we do, but can't guarantee it one way or the other. We still have a shop to find. I do want to have a reroll ready for the deal with the Devil Room, even if it costs us what seems like a kind of prohibitively large amount. 2 of Spades is great. We can use this before we go to the shop. Although, admittedly, with 2 keys, it's not that big of a deal either way. Oh, come on. BBF almost got the job done there and saved me a bomb. We'll use it when we have 3 keys, and then at least we'll get a little bonus out of it. We were so close. Oh, we are going to have a full reroll, actually. Because we're at 5 out of 6. Yeah, that's fine. So I think here, I'll just buy the other Spirit Heart. And I'll buy the other key as well, just to keep us in the good graces there. We won't be able to buy another charge, but that should be totally fine. I don't think I'm going to lose 2 Spirit Hearts against this boss, but it seemed like, hey, why not have some left over for our next room as well? And we've got a curse room to go to after this. Monster is going to be easy enough. BBF could really speed it up here, though. I believe in you. Right here. Ah, that was a good opportunity. All right, next time. Mobile bosses are not going to be too good at getting hit by that. The Haunt accepted, apparently. He ate it pretty hard. Gertie takes up like a half the level, though, so I'm looking forward to the BBF-Gertie interaction, because inevitably we're going to have to fight Gertie. It's just it's a truism. We'll take Guppy's Hairball for what I hope are obvious reasons, and that nickel pickup is pretty nice as well. And we'll reroll Sister Maggie. And yeah, we'll take Abaddon. A little scary because of the HP concerns that it immediately puts us under, but I mean, I guess it's debatable whether we're under HP concerns or an HP benefit right now. Either way, this is really good for our damage, and now the coat hanger appears even stronger. And we still have a curse room and now a boss trap room ready to go. Let's start with the curse room. Fair enough. Pretty much exactly what I would have hoped for, if not a Guppy item. Now, that's not a great payout for 2 golden chests, but it's okay. Oh, man, I was actually going to comment. I was like, my speed is a little low. I might have even actually said that. I can't recall. And then that extra speed downpill hurts a little bit. We're not that slow. We're still maneuverable, at least. And all we got to deal with for the rest of this room is a Larry Jr. No big deal at all. 1 BBF will... Yeah, they could have taken out all of them at once, potentially, but... That's okay. This is a very good run here. I mean, as Isaac, you expect to be in a decent position. We find ourselves in said decent position right now. Without a map, I find it unlikely we'll find the secret room, so I'm not going to really look for it, but that's okay. We'll head down to the next floor. I can't do anything with that. You might hear lamenting coming from the other room. I think Kate's playing the Eternal update right now. I still have plans to check that out, by the way. Bloodborne is still coming back as well. Still kind of getting over the dental surgery thing and, you know, still needing Rebirth episodes on a daily basis. And in a way that, you know, falling into that slump has reinvigorated me to double down and become better at the game. Because I don't want to let my, what limited skills I have slip. Alright, that was not good damage, obviously. We do have to treat our HP with a little bit more respect, because it might not last forever. Perfect. Yeah. Lovely. If you could, blow up some of those mushrooms, make my life a little easier. Come on. There we go. Thank God those guys don't have a range upgrade. Much harder to deal with. We're going to get hit, probably, on this room. It's not 100% set in stone, but I do take damage on this room oftentimes. It shouldn't take damage on it now, but, you know, Guppy's Hairball could be a Renegade or, you know, BBF. No, we came out of that just fine. I think we might as well do this. We'll get a little bit of a charge for our D6 and maybe pick up some extra consumables to make life easier. Though, that is what you don't want to do there. Walk directly into your own BBF. That one's not BBF's fault, man. That one is definitely my fault. Or is that's sorry, that's BFF. You get it's the same thing. It's a bunch of B's and there's an F thrown in there at some point. That was a perfect opportunity. Yo, you didn't need to prove that you were on my side there. That was my own damage there, and I don't hold that against you. Unless you'd like me to. Alright. Great stuff. Somehow avoided taking damage there, even though the shot ricocheted off my eyeball, but that's great news. Interesting room. Suicide King, Judgment. Definitely blow this guy up for a better deal with the Devil Chance. Justice. And then what do we have? Hermit and Suicide King. We'll take the Hermit and just use it, and I like them both. I think we start with PhD because we don't have any fly-generating items for now. But yeah, Balls of Steel is lovely. And then we'll probably go back for the Suicide King card, and we'll try to make it work. You never know. It could actually be very nice for us in some situations. In most situations, terrible, but in some situations, very nice. I'm well over Curse of the Lost, by the way. If you just not want to, if you want to never give me that again, I would be forever in your debt. Will you be my hero? Man, I am... You guys watch TV or anything on the internet? I suppose that's kind of a redundant question at this point if you're watching this video. I've never played Game of War, but man, I never, as a child, I never thought I would be sick of seeing video game ads on television. Because as a kid, I was like, this is so cool! Video games on my TV? It's legitimate. See, Roger Ebert, they are art. And now I'm just like, oh, shut the fuck up about Game of War. I saw a Witcher 3 ad that was nice, but apart from that, it's just like, look at Kate Upton's, and I'm not complaining necessarily, but it's dishonest marketing, or at least intentionally misleading. It's like, look at Kate Upton's heaving bosom as she rides this horse, and then, you know, it's Game of War. I don't have anything against Game of War except for the advertising campaign, but the screenshots that they show look a little bit in contrast to the, you know, real-life footage they're playing. I can't believe no deal with the devil there. I did blow up that judgment all for nothing. I got lucky, you know, I love the orbitals. We've been using them like crazy lately, though, so yeah, I didn't feel too bad about doing this. But we got a Tears upgrade instead, and some extra Spirit Hearts. We basically picked up, like, Squeezy with our reroll, plus a couple of extra minor bonuses here. That's really, really solid. And I think we're still going to be a little bit behind schedule for Boss Rush, but, you know, life goes on. I also really doubt we're going to be able to pick up Hive Mind, which is slightly disappointing. If we were able to get Guppy, we would rather have Hive Mind than PhD, maybe even. But PhD has definitely paid out for us very nicely on this floor specifically, and that might even help us out some more. Now, you might be saying, oh, well, don't you wish you had a Hive Mind? Now you got an Attack Fly. Well, the Attack Fly, Mr. Smarty Pants, doesn't actually work in conjunction with Hive Mind. It works in conjunction with BFF. BBF, whatever. Doesn't BFF, it's BFF this time. I don't know, man. And I love having an Attack Fly Orbital. It's kind of the best of both worlds when it comes to, you know, having a cube of meat, but also not having to give up a boss room item to get it. I did take the extra HP, by the way. I just figured, you know, it's nice to have a balance, especially if it comes to deals with the devil. Curse of the Blind. Well, I guess it's the ultimate example of be careful what you wish for. Apparently, I was about a second too fast there, and ended up not being able to keep that going right. Liberty Cap. You know, we're not taking that much damage, and we're not going to... Oh, we might play Blood Banks a little bit, but I think Liberty Cap maybe beats Swallowed Penny. It's a close enough decision that I don't think it's going to have a huge bearing on whether or not we succeed anyway. This is a really good situation to find ourselves in. Not quite, you know, one of those runs where I'm like, it's almost unlosable, but it's pretty good. You know, this is like being Katy Perry and coming out with an album and being like, is it gonna rank #1 on the Billboard Top 100? You know, unless you run into like an Adele-sized, you know, phenom, inconceivably out of nowhere, you're probably gonna be fine. That was not a joke about Adele's size. It's a joke about her scope, you know, her mass appeal. I don't think I'm making this any better, but it's all unintentional. I assure you. We can't, unfortunately, make anything happen about our boss trap room. Boss trap room, not boss rush. I'm gonna take another HP upgrade because we can, basically. And again, you know, I'm expecting a deal with the devil soon, and that will give me more fuel that isn't Spirit Hearts. So on an absolute level, it allows us to maintain a little bit more survivability long-term, probably. It's not a good reason to do that, but we did it anyway. Little Chad, it's okay. Really good with Dark Bum, otherwise just okay. But that's life, man. This would be an awesome deal with the devil. We're lucky enough in that we have HP, so we can take whatever shows up without worrying about it, you know, literally killing us or being a terrible, terrible deal. We should have a reroll set for it, and big thanks to Guppy's Hairball for breaking a lot of these incoming shots, including that one right there. It saved me a lot of, well, at least a little bit of damage that I would be remiss to have taken. And maybe we'll have a chance to, you know, kind of casually play up our donation machine a little bit here. I think the urgency with the donation machine is going to kick in once they announce, like, an Afterbirth release date, and I'm like, oh, shit. You know, I've got to at least to have confidence that I'm going to be able to unlock everything, I've got to have that donation machine up to $9.99 by the time Afterbirth releases. For now, I'm just kind of like, you know, it's like being a hard-drinking college freshman and not realizing that it can still cause long-term liver damage, you know? I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad out there. I'm just saying, you know, we're living the good life right now. We don't realize that perhaps we're putting ourselves behind the 8 ball a little bit later on. All right, Mahalo here. Gonna make it easy for me to get that Tinted Rock. No piercing shots, so the hollow is like very slightly harder, but easy enough. Roid Rage, it's fine by me. An extra speed upgrade and a 2-heart item. We gotta try. It's Brimstone. I'm sorry, but at the same time, I have no control over it. We have been to item room. We have been to shop. So you know what? I'm heading down to the next floor. And, oh, I punched my microphone case a little bit trying to move my hand to scratch my arm. I realized I can't do that with my new setup. We are going to try to, you know, we're doing this to try to get the boss rush. Sue me. I do not really want counterfeit penny. Please don't actually sue me. It's just, you're making a mockery of the legal system, and not the good kind of mockery, like a Colin mockery. You're just being an asshole. Gumming up the gears for people with legitimate concerns. Alright. I mean, I should check that chest, but at the same time, I kind of don't want anything. Or need anything. Like, even Eternal Hearts, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'd take it, but Abaddon Brimstone has us in a very, very good position. A little unfortunate, I guess, that we don't have any guaranteed kind of deal with the devil action, but relatively minor in comparison to all the great things we've got going on for us right now. I kind of hate the Bad Gas and the Bean now, which is not just the newest smash hit comedy on CBS, but rather is also a shocking indication for me because I had previously really enjoyed those items. Yeah, let's try it. However, now I'm like, these are kind of lame, man. Like, Bad Gas and the Bean, you've got to be so close to enemies to actually get it to work, and I think that's bullshit. If I could call for one buff, you know, buff the Bean a little bit. Buffing the Bean is also great slang for female masturbation, in case you're interested in trying that out in your daily life. Go for it. I'm not going to stop you. I'd rather see it reach some kind of critical mass. Okay. At least one of you's got to be dead soon. And as this happens, our life becomes, you know, more than 50% easier. And if I may take the time to, I'd like to get in here and do some attack fly damage. Don't want to step on the creep, and it was very close to that happening there, but we're done. Okay, deal with the devil. Ah, you jerk. We definitely don't want a shot speed upgrade. We still got an item room and a shop to go here, and we definitely want to take advantage of both of them. So let's work our way down here. I think we saw them briefly on the Liberty Cap map, so I'm thinking we should be able to find them here. Probably not within the amount of time that would be necessary to make boss rush happen, but this is more important. And we want to keep rerolls to reroll. We got to look for Tammy's head in that golden chest. We got to keep rerolls ready to look for non-shot speed upgrades, non-range upgrades. All that stuff is effectively meaningless for me right now. Just having a knowledge of where those things are helps out a lot. Hourglass is pretty bad. Super Greed is pretty bad for us to be fighting here. 1642. I'll tell you what. We're going to leave Hourglass. Try this. Oh, don't fuck it up, please. That could have killed our timing there. That's pretty solid. I'm thinking I just go down to the next floor and don't even reroll the shot speed indicator, just so we have a reroll ready early. And you never know if the card might be something that allows me to actually get to and through boss rush faster. You know, a world card, a sun card, something like that. It could be big, but if we're going to do that, we shouldn't have gone down there in the first place. We didn't really gain anything for a minute or so of time. It's an Emperor card, which ideally I would use to get out, but also we could use it to get to the room if we find our item room and shop quickly enough, you know? Find our item room, find our shop, but our boss room's all the way across the map, pop this, and we can still get into boss rush. I think it's worth a try. See if there's a judgment in here. There is, so we will play you quickly. Got a pill out of it, tears up. Definitely sign me up for that one. Might not be able to do anything with that demon judgment, but we'll find out sooner rather than later, probably. Little Tammy's head. Tammy's head is the new Little Brimstone. I'm gonna leave some of that money there so I don't waste a key. We're already at 50 cents. We're gonna be fine there. Don't sweat that too much. Stepped on the creep. Not a good idea. There's our shop. Also a bad idea right there. We got 2 there, and they're all dead. Okay, very quickly. Red candle, piggy bank, they're not good enough. Black candle's fantastic. Start donating. Please, faster. Faster, pussycat, kill, kill. 1810 is when we stop here, so get ready. You gonna get 200? 200, that's alright, I'll take that. Get our reroll back. Okay. We gotta find our item room. We don't have to find our boss room. I would rather just find the item room. Boss rush is so important, though. People don't give it enough credit. I talk about it ad nauseum, so people are probably sick of it, but I hate when people say, like, it's not worth skipping, like, a demon judgment to make boss rush happen. Yo, it's, like, basically mathematically incorrect. It's well worth it. I wouldn't like to. I'd rather accomplish everything on this floor if we have the opportunity to do so. But if we don't, if we have the skill and the time necessary to do boss rush, then, you know, having your choice of 1 of 4 items is way more valuable than just getting probably something like Roid Rage, which we already have. Growth hormones could be great, though, obviously. Okay, I mean, that would be nice to do as well. We're down, like, we're really up against it here, though. It's actually probably worth doing boss rush over the item room, because you get 1 item room worth of items when you finish it, and then you get a choice of 4 to start with it. So, you know, consider me the apologist, I suppose. I'll take damage there to speed this up. I don't mind. There we go. There's our item room. I think we're going to make it in time. Item room sucks. That's alright. Hematemesis. Nah, we want the Emperor card, which we're going to use immediately. Go fight Mom. We got orbitals. We did a lot of damage right out the bat. We got infinite range. We got piercing shots and good Brimstone Abaddon damage. Yeah, we're going to have plenty of time. And we might... Well, we blew up that judgment, so we should have a deal with the devil in advance, too. Yeah, we got enough time? Enough time. Oh, you dick. You straight up asshole. We got to stand in here. Oh, we still got time. It's not worth doing that. It's better to reroll these if they suck. And Daddy Longlegs is too good to pass up. Alright, now it's very important. Let's not die. Our damage is not insanely strong. It's quite good. But we could still fuck this up. But the Daddy Longlegs pickup, you know... It's no, Sometimes people get mad at me. They're like, oh, you got boss rush, but you didn't even take, you know, Spoonbender. I'm like, yo, Spoonbender wasn't there. I'm not gonna take the... If we've got a great item in Daddy Longlegs, I'm not gonna take the, like, 1 in 30 chance that we reroll it into Spoonbender. Maybe on the chest if we're sure that we're gonna win, but for now, Daddy Longlegs is such a huge pickup. People, don't you love Daddy Longlegs? It's a great item. Kinda surprised we made it in here to begin with. Is it worth taking Daddy Longlegs considering we basically skipped our item room and a boss trap room? Honestly, I think if you take, like, biased, or, like, anti-boss rush biased glasses off, I honestly think it is. Daddy Longlegs is a super good item. And a fun item as well. You know, I realize that maybe I seem like I'm selling it too hard, but this is what I actually believe. You, like, is there one more over there? Where are you? There we go. I can't believe we still have, like, one of the little Blastocyst parts left. In a way, it seems very disrespectful to just be like, Blastocyst is, like, 80% dead. Just start the next round. Like, yeah, at least clear the debris off the arena. Blood isn't even cold yet. Something's still down here. You know, as long as I can be on the other side of the map, I don't mind, this. One of them is apparently dead. There we go. 2 apparently dead. I don't think we've been hit on boss rush yet, which is nice. Maybe we're not quite as weak as I thought. I mean, I didn't think we were weak. I thought we were weak within the context of, like, you know, being super gung-ho about doing boss rush. Which is still probably much stronger than your average run. That was a really poor bit of damage there that I almost feel the need to apologize for. You know, taking damage against Gertie in a situation like this is a little embarrassing. Monstro 2. Yeah, gotta watch out for Monstro 2. That laser can be annoying. Please don't destroy these rocks. They're a big part of... Oh, what the heck? These rocks are a big part of my overall plan when it comes to fighting the bloat. Oh, we got a message on Skype. Hello. Okay. Who we got here? We're gonna sign out. Thanks a lot, Mathis. Didn't you see me sign in to play Rebirth on Steam before you were sending me a message that admittedly has a lot of relevance to my life. Oh, man, okay. Definitely don't fuck this one up. That's good advice in general, I think. In general, the less you fuck up a run, the more your chances of success. So this wave's gonna be a little... Oh, Tinted Rock. This wave's gonna be a little touchy. There's another couple of waves that are probably gonna be a little touchy, but those guys are relatively tanky, so... You know, I accept that that's gonna happen from time to time. I fucked up the pin fight. Still got him, though. A little surprised we're not actually, like, one-shotting a lot of these guys. Alright, so it's like one more easy wave now. Yeah. Then we get Mask of Infamy. I'm trying to memorize all the waves here. It's like learning the, you know, Krebs cycle. Yeah, and we get Mask of Infamy, Bloat. Then it's the Horseman. And then we're done. And again, these guys, you know, I think they're actually in some ways easier than the Gish Monster 2 wave on this particular run. Less tanky, easier to hit at range, and can't hit us from far away, which is a real integral part of our success here. There you are. Alright, we're about to start the final wave here, so... Final set of waves. Daddy Longlegs probably got you. So I'm going to try to get myself behind a rock or something like that. So I can be as safe as possible. Okay, you're down here. I like this, like, using Brimstone as, like, a barometer off-screen of where the enemy is. Oh, you're in there? Okay, now we gotta kill War and Death before they can spawn too many death sites. Yo, you spawned one, like, right where I was just standing. It's extraordinarily rude. Just very uncouth. Lucky enough to get out of the way of that, in spite of the hourglass that they used against me. And we're pretty much good here. Yeah, fantastic. Just walk on the spikes. It would make everything so much easier. And our final wave. We kept most of our HP. Feel pretty strongly that that was a good decision on our part. To not hemorrhage much HP. Fallen deceptively easy, honestly. Oh my god. Well, okay. I'm sorry I embarrassed you publicly by saying that. But when you're afraid, you shouldn't shoot at me. That's my philosophy. Halo Fly's totally good enough. Okay. We're out. Was it worth it? I think so. I think Daddy Longlegs will speak for itself as we get further and further along. That's my hope, anyway. Probably people out there who think that they would have done this differently, and I encourage you to do so. Oh, we got Lord of the Flies as well. I didn't realize that we were that close to the payout there. So now all flies that enemies spawn will belong to us. Probably not that enormous of a deal right now, but the ability to fly is also nice, as I'm sure you're aware if you've ever seen an episode of this before. Good. Not as annoying of a room as it could be, considering we have the piercing, you know, brimstone fuck you laser. Was this an XL floor? No, just Womb 1. Nothing special about this one at all. Except for the fact that it's our last deal with the Devil Chance, which is very exciting. You know what? I think we probably would rather have Trickle Charge than open all golden chests without spending a key. They're both good, but we're not really getting that many golden chests. You know, we don't have Guppy's Tail. And if we get Guppy's Tail, we still have 14 keys. It's pretty good. But not good enough to open them all for free, but, you know, we haven't had that problem yet anyway. Umbilical cord does not really stand to compete with those. It should be unlosable, but there is still a loss very deep within this run. I just hope to avoid it. And we're doing a pretty good job so far. I mean, you know, we're strong. But still, not taking dumb damage and being strong are sometimes unrelated phenomenon. Not a secret room? Where the heck would seconds... It's like probably down here and I'll place the bomb improperly. Alright, well, you got me on that one. Congratulations. Headless Horseman. Well, would very much like to reroll the pony here, but this seems like child's play compared to the boss rush. A little unfortunate, but you know what? The black heart that we got out of this, it's about as good as an HP upgrade, which I probably would not have rerolled. So I'm okay with it. I'm disappointed we didn't get a deal with the devil, but that's a different, you know, ball of wax, all things considered. I don't mind using multiple bombs to do this, even though we only have to use one. Oh, yeah, we just won the game right there. The Tammy's head pickup is just ridiculous. Too strong to even mention, really. Every single room is going to die for us now in like a second. If even that. Like, I almost, like, why am I spending time on this? Unfortunately, we don't have 9-volt, so, you know, anytime we fight multiple rooms like this, and rooms with multiple waves of enemies, it's going to be a little bit suboptimal, but it's an incredibly small price to pay, considering you're not even really paying a price. And that's where Daddy Longlegs, Brimstone itself, and the BBF damage come in. Oh, that should have gotten you, but that's okay. Yeah, well, this is now a guaranteed win, with 99% certainty. Tinted Rock back there, I should take advantage of that. Small rock? We haven't had it yet. Didn't get it. I should have known as soon as that chest came out, but, you know, I wanted to build a little bit more suspense. You'll forgive me, I hope. That's what's going to happen occasionally. We'll have some dumb damage, but, you know, we have a large enough HP base to not worry too much about quote-unquote dumb damage right now. Plus, we have Gimpy. Don't forget about Gimpy. Occasionally, enemies will slip into a blind spot. That's why you try to move a little bit, but it's working out very, very well for us. I think, you know, Mom's Hardier might be able to take us. No, I was quite clearly mistaken there. Probably should go Bible Tract instead of Trickle Charge here, but whatever. You know, we've earned the right to be easygoing, I think. And before you get mad at me on this run, recall that Brimstone showed up because of a Curse of the Blind devil deal. Usually those fuck with us. This time it was incredibly good. So I'm not going to take any heat for that. I had no control over it. We were just as likely to get, you know, something we weren't big fans of. Generating, you know, some flies here. High Priestess will help out a little bit. Oh, man. After doing that train wreck episode 487, I am happy. It's a privilege to fight Super Envy. In a situation where I'm doing a lot of damage and can kill them very easily. I mean, yes, we could just bomb our way out of here, but we've got, like, all of the tools at our disposal to take care of this time. It seems like, you know, I don't want to anger the RNG gods here by not using all the available tools at our disposal. Take forever with the death animation. You know, I got a schedule to run here. Beautiful. I should open that. That's the height of laziness when you're not even opening chests anymore. I mean, not picking up pennies and bombs, people can forgive you for that, but not even opening chests is just, that's an embarrassment. It's a lack of self-control. As is not getting keys there, so let's not be stupid about that. We have lost a couple of hearts here. I'm not going to get too bent out of shape about it yet. I wanted to wait until we would get one killed there, and it did end up working out. Thank you, Daddy Longlegs. Again, there's still, you know, the odd chance. Yeah, we'll take that for sure. There's the odd chance of a loss in here if we stack up a lot of really shitty rooms and don't get tinted rocks, but so far that hasn't been an issue. That's still helpful, even if it's not a Spirit Heart. I did ask for it recently. You know, I can't. I'm going to cash in my 487 Trainwreck card for not using a reroll here. And I hope you'll forgive me on this one. Just because it's too close to failure. We're going to lose Brimstone. We're going to lose Tammy's Head. You might not lose Tammy's Head, but, like, we're going to lose Brimstone, which makes Tammy's Head as good as it can be. And, you know, he who forsakes Brimstone Tammy's Head suffers the curse and doesn't get it for another 150 runs. So I don't want to wish that evil on myself here. Excuse me? There's still a spider left? I find that somewhat surprising. So people are going to be mad about that, but at the same time, I think if we re-rolled our run there, we could easily find ourselves in a situation with the same amount of HP, but just no damage output, and that would be real disheartening. Finally, we're basically done with this. Just another fight against these assholes. 2 Super Envy plus like 4 Envy rooms is pretty annoying. Cathedral or otherwise, but that's alright. It's okay. Could use some more Spirit Heart drops, I'll admit, but, you know, that's what we're relying on the chest on, is use some extra survivability, probably. Money equals power, maybe. Try this on for size, try that on for size. Okay, Now, that didn't do nearly as much damage as I thought it would. We are going to try to avoid taking damage because every hit actually drastically lowers our chance of success. As you can see, my damage in particular is not specifically strong here, but that could change in the future. Oh, that was a little dangerous there. Seriously, do not blow this. Even like getting a Lazarus Rags or something like that would make me feel better, but this should not be a run that has the chance to blow it. But I think our Brimstone damage is just low enough that maybe every single room on the chest is going to require a little finesse beyond just Tammy's head. We'll see, though. I might be blowing it out of proportion here. Okay. Okay. Virgo's great. All the other ones are decent. Except, Epic Fetus, theoretically, I mean, wins us the game. Like, if we find ourselves in a really, really bad position, we can go back and take Epic Fetus, I guess. I don't want to take it straight away, but, you know, there is a chance that it ends up totally solving it for us. I am well, I was temporarily the luckiest man on Earth. I can't believe, I thought the 1 was so close to death. Actually, the 1 is Neo backwards. More chests, please. You know, as much as you can say that this is a 1 run, we've had some, well, we've had 1 semi-tricky room to start this off with. That double cage room. Normally you only get like 1 of those per floor, so I'm hoping that that holds true here, and then we'll, you know, have our double adversary room, and then that'll be that. Okay, come on. This floor seems relatively linear for now, so compass unnecessary, but if you would be so kind as to give me, oh, a rules card. Yeah, chub this like smoke. It's a revelation for all involved. If you'd be so kind as to give me not that, maybe. But sure, an HP upgrade is still something. Very nice. Oh, okay. Your health bar disappeared, so I naively assumed that you had died. Clearly that was not actually the case, though. One of these days. One of these days. Flat Penny, unfortunately, does basically nothing for us now, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I'm happy it's showed up, but it's just not going to be useful. Right, we have 2020, sorry, X-ray vision, slightly different. So we don't need to look for special rooms, or you know what I mean. We can just find them like so. Now, this would be an awesome opportunity for Magic Mushroom. Solves a lot of my latent problems. We do have PhD, though. Tears up. Tears up. Balls of Steel in here. Speed up. That's still good. Luck up. More items. What a weird-looking double adversary room here. I think he stopped being afraid, like, halfway through that, which is why I didn't want to get close. So you never know what's going to be up with that. There we go. Good dodge. Hoping we're on the right path here. And the longer this goes on for without me taking damage, yeah, the more likely we are to be basically in an unassailably 1 position, which is lovely. Hey, don't try to leave the level on me, mister. Don't be a sore loser, you know. You know what you signed up for when you were conscripted into the Mom Corps. Alright, let's do this. Throw a bomb in there for seemingly no reason. We have Lord of the Flies, so all the flies that he summons belong to me. I don't even feel good about making that joke in the year 2015, but you get the idea. Yeah, we're fine. Even if we don't get any invincibility out of Virgo, it's okay. If we get 1 invincibility out of Virgo, it's like mathematically impossible to lose, basically. It's already mathematically impossible to lose. Okay, some scary moments there occasionally, but it's Tammy said Brimstone. I guess maybe I was blowing it out of proportion a little bit. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.